Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Six of Wands. You have a real confidence about you right now. Okay, I think that you are focusing on harmony. You're removing distractions that are pulling you from your goals. Okay, this is a way that we're trying to live in harmony with the process of change. We're trying to live in harmony with the world around us, and we're kind of, I don't know. I feel like you're at a high vibration right now. Okay, let's put this card into a little bit of context and let's see what's going on for you in your life. We've got the Eon card. We're leveling up. You got a Two of Cups. You're letting your passion lead you. Your passion is leading the path. Okay, we've got an Eight of Wands. We've got the Prince of Pentacles. And we have the Prince of Swords. I like that. Very steady effort. You got your eyes fixed on the future and you're putting in the work. Over here we have the Temperance card. We have the Hanged Man. We have the High Priestess. Are we going to go 4 for 4? No, but it's a Nine of Cups. Look at that. Beautiful. You are successful in your manifestation. You are embodying gratitude and love. Right? And this is manifestations. This is a wish come true. This is the happiness that keeps on happening, right? The dream that keeps on dreaming. I think this is really, really beautiful. Spirit's saying that there's some kind of a, you've been having issues with your kidneys or something, or there's something going on with that, or a loved one close to you is having the kidney issue. Not predicting anything. It's a message that's coming through for someone, just referencing that person. So that's something maybe we need to drink more water, maybe let's stay hydrated. Let's make sure that we take care of ourselves, because this is something that's going to be extraordinary in your life. And I think that, we're experiencing a lot of activity, a lot of effort over here. Okay. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it right here with our very own Kelly Kapoor right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. Okay? If you have a prediction for that card, please put it in the comments. All right. Now, let's look around the room. We see a lot of major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got an issue with surrendering, right? We've got to link up the Hanged Man and the High Priestess. You see, we have to surrender to the divine. And I don't think that's something that you... surrendering doesn't come easily to you. I think that you've been through some betrayals in your life, right? And those are wounds that cut the deepest, the betrayal, yeah? And so you're really mindful of what you give your trust to nowadays, all right? But I think you're becoming more aligned with the version of success that is meant for you. And I think you're applying your energy. You're somebody that values prayer or meditation, or that sort of active, that willed, intentional connection with the divine energy in your life, okay? You definitely have an angel watching over you. Yeah, and we need to trust in that inner connection, that guidance, right? We have to trust the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is leading you to your Nine of Cups, but we've got a challenge over there a little bit, right? You got some fire. You've got some really, really good water. You got a little bit of air, and that air is a fixed air. Okay, so this is kind of saying like you're not changing your mind. You know, you're not letting yourself doubt. You've fixed your sights on the future that you want, which is that's going to feel like a 9 of Cups, and you're doing the work. We have a scattered energy behind us here, which is kind of saying, I don't know, I feel this force inside of me that's pushing me in all directions. I think you're harmonizing that force, and you're understanding that we have to focus our efforts through this doorway. Okay, so you got your eyes fixed on the future there, and you're doing the hard work now, that the things that need to be done. Okay. This is really, you got some really good cards here. This is a doorway. This is a fiery doorway that says I have to leave all distractions behind me. I'm leveling up my life. I'm in harmony with the process of change, and I know that I've got to focus on what's in front of me, and I've got to do it. Your hard work's going to pay off. Okay? I think that you're not somebody who likes to make last-minute plans, right? You like to kind of know ahead of time what the deal is. You know, you don't like surprises, really. But I wonder if your 8 of Wands back here was a bit of a surprise, that we just felt a sudden surge of energy, and we started doing this thing. I wonder if it feels like it was a little bit impulsive, you know? But sometimes that's the feeling we have to trust. Sometimes that is an intuitive nudge from Spirit that's saying, look, don't waste any more time, don't delay, don't think about it anymore, just go. And we're not changing our mind, we're not looking back, we're not doubting or questioning. We're rushing forward because maybe you see that this doorway is open for you. Okay? And you're being bold and brave and courageous, and you're going through this doorway. This doorway says that we have to leave a lot of our past behind us. Okay? That we have to let a lot of our self-doubt behind us. Okay. Now, the 2 of Cups underneath everything, I think you are in line with this sense of purpose. You have a great opportunity now to focus on self-love, you know, in a way that's motivating. It's kind of like, I love myself enough that I'm doing this for myself, and I know that I can do it. I know I need to do it. I deserve this. I deserve to be happy. This is radical self-love here. What does that mean for you? You know? There's a connection with mountains for you. You live by the mountains, or you did, or your family is kind of from the mountains or something like this. Yeah. It could be that your path is taking you in a little bit of a different direction than what your friends or your family are doing, or what people expected you to do. Yeah. Who are you comparing yourself to? Right? Who do you compare yourself to the most? Yeah. There is I'm getting the kind of health and well-being thing again. I don't know if it's the kidney thing, but I feel like that somebody is like slowly like rehabilitating themselves after some kind of maybe there was an injury or an illness, and I don't know if this is somebody close to you or if it's you that the energy is talking about. But we've been celebrating these little wins. We've been celebrating these little victories, right? This is the result. This is the victory, the feeling of accomplishment when we've pushed ourselves and we've focused on that little step and we've taken it. It's like if you're going through physical rehab and you take that. You take that step, and that's a win. You take the one step up the stairs, and that one step is a win. And that one step is going to lead to, well, a big, big increase of your health and well-being. So we could be looking at it from that perspective too. That there is this surge of energy taking place in you, rather than this acquiescence and this hanged man that's kind of yielding or acquiescing to perhaps it's an injury or something like this. This is saying, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get up and I'm going to move around. I'm going to restore my energy. Okay. I feel like you generally aren't so keen on being the team player. Like I don't know, it seems like you don't like to fit in with the team very much. And maybe that has to do with like the betrayal and not wanting to trust that I can rely on these other teammates. But I think right now you're kind of taking charge. I think that you're stepping into a bold new energy in your life, an energy of self-reliance. I feel like you're confident enough in your own energy that you can go and do things yourself. I don't know if you went somewhere by yourself recently. It was like a wedding or something like this. Like it was an event that most people, you kind of you bring somebody with you, but I feel like you went by yourself and you didn't even care. Like there was no worries about that at all. Like you have this boldness about you, right? And I think that's a big shift, because I think in the past you had a vulnerable feeling. There was this vulnerability. It's like when you're in the hospital gown, and your butt's kind of hanging out. You feel exposed, and you're in that vulnerable position, which is kind of like this hanged man here. But you've got this confidence about you that is willing to be in those vulnerable positions because you trust yourself. You know what you're capable of, right? Now, what's the connection with Texas? There's something is in Texas for you, or was. I don't know how many mountains there are in Texas. I'm sure there are some. I don't know what the connection is there for you. Okay. I guess Spirit's sort of asking here, what is your intention for this week? What are you doing right now? What is this doorway that you're walking through? What do you have your sights set on? What are you doing? What is this bold move you're making this week? Okay. There is a difficulty trusting others. I think that we are relying on ourselves here. You're willing to put in the hard work. We've got the Prince of Pentacles up top here. The Prince of Pentacles is always showing up. I think this is someone who's always good at making money. It's it's not really an issue of having the resources. I think that if I need something, I either have it, or I can get it, or I can make it, right? And so I don't feel as if you're really worried about that. I feel like material worries are not, they're not weighing you down right now. And maybe this is a reference to health and well-being too. Maybe it's this confidence that, I may not, and I can relate. I had a liver transplant about 15 years ago. And right after I got out of the hospital, I couldn't really walk, It took effort. I had to learn to do it again. I had to practice. I had to get stronger, right? And I feel like you're not someone who's weighed down by that. You're not so discouraged by that. You believe in yourself. Yeah. And so you're saying, well, yeah, it's going to be hard work, but every day I'm going to take a step. Every day I'm going to get up and do it. And I'm going to win. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to succeed. I'm going to get the abundance of the Nine of Cups, whether we're talking physically or financially. And I think both. I think all of it, right? Do you ride a motorcycle? Why is there's a motorcycle in your life right now? I don't know if it's you or not. I feel like maybe it is. I feel like you're shifting into this new energy, this new kind of confidence. I think back in the day, you kind of had a messy room, I don't feel like you always had such a discipline about you, which we see with the Six of Wands, but with the fixed air and fixed earth energies, right? I feel like there is this new love and respect for yourself, and it's putting you in alignment with doing all the things that are right for you. No matter how difficult they are, like you care about yourself enough to do the things, I feel like you've been redecorating lately. Yeah. I feel like you've been making a lot of changes. And this is an energy of purification. This is saying, I'm making intentional efforts. I'm doing positive things, right? An outgoing flow of energy to change my life, to do things to do more of the right things, whereas the Hanged Man is kind of trying to do less of the wrong things that we're giving up. right? So you have both of these cards of transformation. Both of these are like baptisms, you know? So I feel like in your life right now, you're realizing that you have to love yourself enough to know what to stop doing and know what to start doing. And the combination of this is the harmony that we see, the active and passive harmony of the Six of Wands, right? Any of the sixes. I think you're becoming a very reliable person. Maybe you don't consider yourself a very reliable person, but you are. Okay. There is still a reference to you manifesting money. Like I feel like you can manifest whatever you need if you put your mind to it and you get your body moving in that direction. There's no doubt in your mind that you can succeed at what you're doing. Okay. Let's talk about the path of the serpent, the pressure cooker. This is a card of an alchemical transformation. And I think you're undergoing a transformation right now, one that's putting you into a can-do mindset. Okay? You have a cat that's been acting strangely lately, right? Like just doing things, or I don't know, like staring in the corner, like meowing at things that aren't there. Like the cat's been acting weird, yeah? That's a message from Spirit. Okay, I don't know what the message is, but that's something that's trying to offer you, trying to get your attention on something, right? Trying to increase your awareness of the spiritual forces around you. I think that you have protection from the other side. You have an angel that's with you, or some sort of divine protection in your life. Yeah, and I think you're aware of that. I think you feel that. It almost is like a force field around you right now. Okay. The Hanged Man in the position of your relationships, I feel like you're not letting people walk over you. We're not playing the victim. We're not resisting change. We're not avoiding any action. We're done with stuff that is not productive, right? We're doing less of the wrong things, more of the right things. Okay. And I think that you're developing a really deep wisdom in your life as part of the inner wisdom with the High Priestess. Like, you know when to speak and you know when to listen. Okay? I feel like you kind of like, people are coming to you for advice and guidance. I feel like you have a friend that has been or will be asking you for some sort of guidance right now. And maybe you never thought of yourself as somebody who that people would need any kind of guidance from, like who am I to, I don't know. I feel like you're not giving yourself enough credit. I feel like you have a very deep intuitive wisdom about you, and also through life experience. Right, that you've been through the fire, you've been through the pressure cooker and on the blacksmith's anvil, and you have something to share with others. People need your guidance. Okay, they look at you as somebody who's been through it, and you know, right? So believe in yourself. Don't deny yourself this. I feel like this would be you telling your friend, no, I don't know what you should do. I don't have any advice for you. Right? Not because you don't have any, but because you're not confident in giving the advice. Okay? You're not out there telling everybody what to do. But when somebody comes to you and asks you, I think you need to say yes. I think that you have to believe that you have wisdom inside of you. And if somebody else has recognized that and wants that, is asking that of you, I think you're stepping into a position where you feel comfortable doing that. Your life is getting a lot better. You're experiencing more abundance on every plane and every dimension. Every dimension, right? Now's a very good time to go buy something nice for yourself. Okay? I feel like your sense of humor is kind of off the wall right now. I'm having a vision of you, and I feel like you were sick or injured or something, 'cause I kind of feel like you're in a hospital or something, but you're cracking jokes, you're like lifting the mood. You're like, I don't know, you're telling stories with the other patients and stuff, and you're making everybody kind of have an easier time of it, right? So I feel like you have really, really wonderful energy right now. And I feel that you are continuing to make positive changes in your life, and your life is going to improve. The Nine of Cups is abundance on the physical, financial, mental, emotional, and the spiritual creative planes. Yeah. So I feel like your life is getting very well-rounded. It's getting bigger and better in all ways. Yeah. And it's because you're choosing confidence. You're choosing self-love. You're choosing alignment. I think you're always willing to make room for new things. Okay. Now you got food in the glove box in your car. I feel like you have like a secret stash of snacks or something in there. A lot of interesting details coming through for you right now today, and I think it's kind of this. It's a self-acceptance. It's a self-love. I think that you've made a lot of changes in your diet. I think nutrition is a big focus for you. I think you've been getting more sleep lately. Yeah, I think you've been focused on meaningful relationships. And I think that you're saying no to more things that you don't need. You're saying yes to more things that you do need. Why? Because you deserve it. Because you value yourself. Because you love yourself. That's the Two of Cups. This is the foundation of all of it. Okay? I feel like you're balancing your priorities. You're managing your resources well. And I think you definitely use your humor and your sarcasm to sort of lighten the mood and to keep things from getting too serious, even when things, in all honesty, really are serious, right? Yeah. And I don't know if you're like an editor of some kind, or you do some kind of writing or editing or proofreading or something like that. Yeah. I think you've learned how to stop overthinking, is what it is. I think that you've kept it simple. I love myself. I'm doing this. I'm not doing that. Simple equation, right? Things don't need to be super complex. Yeah. And there's a need for water. I feel like you like being out in nature. I see the mountains. I see trees. I see a body of water. I think that's very important for you. Okay. I feel like your memory is increasing too. Like you've been having more memories, or you've been able to remember things like, I don't know, like lists or something, right? Like or numbers or something like that. You'll just know it, right? And it's just like, whoa, wow, how did I remember that? Like, like bank account numbers, credit card numbers, or like phone numbers, that like you'll hear it once and you'll just be able to spit it back out. Like I feel like your memory is really, really increased, right? I feel like it's noticeably better than it ever has been. And I think that, in a large way, you're learning to combine your logic and your intuition, okay? And working together, I think that these are just, it's such a great recipe, right, for success and progress and the type of transformation that you're undergoing. Yeah. I want to look at the mystery card. And I want to say that this is going to be maybe a Six of Pentacles. I feel like we need more earth energy. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. The sun. Well, yeah, of course it's the sun. This is who you're becoming. This is who you're becoming, and your life is becoming more full of light and life and love in every dimension. It's not just one ray of sunshine. It's not just work. It's not just school. It's not just your friend. It's not just your pets, your family. Everything. Because you are radiating your self-love out to the world. Every aspect of your life is getting better. Okay? Every aspect of your life is seeing improvements right now. And that's amazing. And I love that. I mean, it's just, the Spirit is supporting you right now. And I think this is really, this is that real confirmation, okay? That you're entering in a stage of health and well-being, of a robust energy, an enlightened energy, a radiance, a charm, a charisma, okay? I feel like your energy is going from dim and dark to much, much brighter. I feel like your aura, you've probably been told this by other people, right? That your aura was very dark and dim and dull. That it's now becoming shining and radiant and sparkly and effervescent, right? And so there is this vitality that's returning to you, and I find that to be really inspiring. And I think you're a beacon of light for the world here. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's it, okay? I like it. We're going to do an extended reading, too. We're going to do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Pisces, Thursday and Sunday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. The readings are free. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. Too hot to handle, right? I thank you. I love you. And I hope to see you again very, very soon.